Hey guys, Cameron from Anime Chat Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Dimension W. I hope you enjoy. Dimension W is a beautiful and focused look into a unique futuristic Earth, and the growing pains associated with creating a utopian civilization. It is the near future and humanity has realized they can draw an infinite number of energy from a different dimension. They've deemed this Dimension W. It is the dimension of unlimited possibility, and this anime will not let you forget about it. This energy is stored in a battery-like container called a coil. Nearly the entire world has converted to coils thanks to a mega corporation, New Tesla Energy. Coils can be used to supercharge machines and occasionally change the properties of things that they are attached to, like making a car run forever or turning a water gun into a plasma cannon. The problem is that these coils are also very volatile. Mishandling or modifying coils can cause dimensional collapses and a horrific world-altering event. Not that New Tesla wants you to know about that. Our story kicks off with the street smart and cool Kyoma Mabuchi, a former soldier in an elite hit squad who is now a collector, which means he hunts down and collects illegally obtained and modified coils. We'll talk about him a little bit later on, but spoiler warning, he's a badass. So yeah, during what he thinks is a routine collection, he stumbles across a robot that seems to be able to show emotion. Naturally, this being is powered by coils. Kyoma takes an instant disliking to this machine that constantly gets in his way. After a huge explosion knocks out all the coils in the city, he is forced to take this robot to his boss in hopes of figuring out what it is. This is our introduction point for Mira, a highly advanced robot that has been kept hidden and raised as a human by her father, the recently deceased founder of New Tesla. And she also has a tail, or as some would call it, a convenient plot device. His dying words are now her mission: follow the illegal coils. Kyoma's boss teams Mira up with him and puts them to work kicking ass and taking coils. But thanks to Kyoma's overwhelming hatred towards coils and his distrust of robots, he hates this. But eventually he reluctantly agrees. So now all the setup is out of the way, let's really break this series down. Dimension W is beautiful. The series came out in 2016 and it shows. The animation is crisp and smooth and it does nothing overly outstanding, but it is still worth celebrating. The movements of the characters are fluid and easy to follow, especially in Kyoma's fight scenes. He dances through the opponent's strikes and easily outwits nearly everyone he faces with little to no effort. Even when fighting building-sized robots, he barely breaks a sweat. Despite a lot of the enemies becoming 3D models near the end of the series, it still manages to keep its sense of fluidity, which is rare among most anime. I also want to shout out how beautifully realized the cityscapes are, and the generally high amount of effort and detail put into the background scenes. Most importantly, the character designs are unique and deeply indicative of the characters' individual personalities. For example, Kyoma is a man out of time who hates coils, so his style is rather old school, not like the suits and clean presentation of the other people in the future. He looks like Ronin from old samurai movies with a slightly modern flair. This is in reference to his past as an elite special ops unit specializing in fighting coils. Since we're talking about him, let's take a better look at Kyoma's character and what makes him such an interesting protagonist. He is one of two main characters, and that is the real beauty of this series. It focuses nearly entirely on Kyoma, with Mira acting as a voice to the audience about Kyoma's past and hidden emotions, as he does not display or talk about these things. This is where the writers must be commended for their creative choice in making the side characters so inconsequential and not forcing any focus onto them. Instead, they each offer Mira an insight into the kind of person Kyoma was and is, exploring his past and revealing a deep trauma that he keeps hidden away. It is revealed later in the series that Kyoma's boss forced the two together in an attempt to heal his broken heart, and as a way for him to face his PTSD. This is a bold and rare move in anime, as most seem to have a large cast of colourful and memorable characters. Yet the choice to have only two makes the moments of the character's progression and the subtle changes in the relationship extremely poignant and much more meaningful. This is also assisted by the choice for this to only be 12 episodes. It allows it to tell a much more focused story with no filler or dull moments in the path from beginning to end. The other technical aspect of this anime that must be praised is the fantastic music. The composer is Go Shina and he has worked on the Fate series and God Eater, and his talent definitely shows in this anime, with the opening being straight fire and fitting the animation perfectly. You would think that it is an actual music video rather than an anime opening. They also drill this tune into your brain as it is used in all the action scenes, yet it doesn't seem to get old. You will hear the pre-chorus start to fade in and sit a little straighter in your chair because you know something awesome is about to go down before your eyes. If we really must criticize something about Dimension W, it's the fact that the narrative of ultimate possibility, thanks to the Dimension W and the Coils, is way too heavy-handed, and they seriously never let you forget the fact, and it becomes a very cringe-worthy statement. Also, the dimension itself becomes a Deus Ex Machina of sorts to resolve the final episode, and ultimately it feels anticlimactic, despite the fact that it ends with an eldritch interdimensional kaiju battle. How do you mess that up? While a pocket multiverse sustaining even the most inconsequential device is an interesting thought experiment, it feels purposely vague in an attempt for the writers to use it as an escape for when they write themselves into a corner. This really dampens the overall flow of the series and causes a really big stumble right at the end of an otherwise enjoyable and personal story. Taking that fact into account, I think Dimension W undoubtedly earns its A rank. It tells a wonderfully personal story in a beautiful and deeply realized world, with all the dressings of sharp animation and a standout musical score that to this day I play in the background while I am working and exercising. It is not without its faults, and CG haters beware in the final 2 episodes. But regardless of this, I think it's an anime that everyone should take the time to watch and enjoy. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I would be honored if you liked our video and subscribed to our channel, as it really helps us out. And hopefully we see you all again in the next video. See ya!